Hey, what's up again, guys? This is Bloodlines. I said I was going to do another beta video, but I did not have enough time to do that. And again, apologize for my mic. This isn't going to be the last time I'm going to use this mic. This mic sucks ass. I just fixed my other one, but I don't have a proper connection to use on my PC, so I'm just going to end up buying a decent mic so there's not that staticky sound. I know it drowns out after a while, but it's still quite annoying. Anyways, here is Defiance. I finally got the game to work. The first day, this is actually the first day videos, and it's really fun. I'm really liking it. I'm still getting used to my controls, so as you can see, I just threw a grenade at myself. I switched around just two buttons. I switched around the power button, your ego power, and the grenade button, just because I like having left bumper grenade, like in Battlefield. And I always change left bumper to grenade in shooting games. So here we are. This is a artfall I came on to, and what these are random events that will take place in the world, which you will need to work together with other players. You can do it yourself, but it's extremely hard. There's a time limit. Basically, to work together to kill all these bugs and beat the timer so you can reap the rewards. You get a ton of XP, you get a ton of script, which is the in-game money currency. And they're pretty fun. I've only seen a few types. Apparently there's more, but in this area of the game, it's kind of near the beginning area. It's the San Francisco area, Bay Area, and yeah, as you can see, I'm fighting hell bugs. They're just giant alien bugs, I guess, that came from another planet that are living on the Earth now. Yikes. But they're pretty fun to fight, actually. There's a few different types. These are the worst, these archers, because they're pretty weak for the most part. But the cool thing about this whole encounter is that the bugs, the enemies will scale up. Their difficulty will scale up depending on how many people are at the artfall. Right now there's only three or four of us, and right now I'm rolling with the BMG, the biomedical gun. And what this does is it has two functions. Left trigger will trigger a heal, which if I kind of point at nothing or point at the ground, I will start to heal myself or my shields. It actually heals your shields. And it's pretty much the only healing way to heal people in the game. And it's pretty fun. That's the main function, healing to the left trigger. Right trigger is your main ability, which is just it's like a chain lightning spell almost, or just a lightning spell, I should say. It'll chain heal. I'm not sure if certain ones will actually, or certain BMGs will chain attack. Like if anyone is familiar with WoW or any of those games that had chain lightning spells that would hit one target and would bounce. That's not the case in this game, as far as I know. So right now I'm just using the BMG to heal. Sniper rifles, this loadout I only have two loadouts at the moment. This one in particular is a sniper rifle and a bolt action sniper rifle and the BMG. The BMG it's okay. It's not too terribly damaging, but it's really cool when you really want to help your team out or just help. These are just randoms running around the world, and it's annoying when everyone keeps going down, so I didn't want that to happen, so I start healing. So you can see that little white bar, it's a shield. I start to heal that dude up a little bit right there. All the green arrows ticking. And those are damage numbers, well, in that case, healing numbers, but that's actually automatically turned off once you start playing the game, and I highly recommend that you actually have it on so you know what kind of damage your weapons are doing, and it actually will let you know if you're doing crits. The crits will pop in yellow numbers. White is just normal damage. The BMG, it's kind of hard to get a crit because it'll just target whatever on the enemy. But most, if not all, enemies have weak points. Like this Hellbug Warrior right here. If he will open his mouth at certain times, and if you shoot his mouth, you'll start to see yellow numbers pop out of him, and it'll do substantially more damage. And his butt is actually also exposed. You'll see a yellow ass, I guess, kind of like the whole, it's the monkey from, what is it, Lion King? I don't even know what that means. But, yeah, he has a yellow butt, and that does a ton more damage, so that's an easy way to take enemies out, but it's really hard to get around them, unless somebody else is actually already shooting at him and has threat on the enemy. I'm not sure how threat works in this game yet, but it's, I don't know. Sometimes I'll just be like just raping on somebody, and the mob will not turn and face me, which is good though, because that's if you're doing a lot of damage to something, you don't want them to look at you. You want them to face away, so you can crit. But sometimes I'm not even doing too much damage to them. I'm just tickling, and the rest of my guys are just shooting rockets or grenades and just doing all kinds of bad things to these enemies. And he'll turn and face me, the enemy. So, not sure how it works, but right now the game is running pretty well. Earlier in the day was not running too well. I didn't have a chance to buy it right when GameStop opened. There was no midnight launch for this game, as far as I knew in my area for GameStop. But yeah, and I had school today, so I wasn't able to go get it, and I didn't end up getting out until 5 or something. But anyways, I got the game, loaded up after the slightly lengthy install and patches. The game was not running that well. It was running just like it was in beta at the beginning. Beta at the end was pretty good, but at first it was not. It was a normal beta. And I honestly knew this was going to happen. I thought the game was going to be very buggy and glitchy and laggy at launch, so I'm not too upset. But they fixed it pretty quickly. And I'm actually recording this day 2. I played a lot today. I did a little bit of recording, but it was running fine day 2 as well, and day 1 at the end of the night, which is running great. But it just, I don't know what happened. There were some random kicks where the servers went down for a while, for an hour, half an hour, just for a second to update some patches. But I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to really have the same experience I had last night. Last night it was just great, and then this morning was good too. But just as of now and in the evening, it's just, it seems like they're having a lot of problems and they're trying to work it. But I mean, it's totally understandable. It's an MMO. It's not, this isn't Borderlands. This isn't just a single player or even a Call of Duty game. It's not running off of other Xboxes. It's running off of a server, which is good and bad. If the server's down, you can't play. There's try on server, I should say. So I'm not sure how these servers will work. If there's shards that we don't see, that there's mini servers, but I haven't had a lot of friends that play yet. I'm trying to get a couple of my buddies to start playing this game because I think it's a lot of fun. And I just got my girlfriend she pre-ordered already, and she's installing it right now, I believe. So that'll be fun to play with her, and I'll be her healer, so she can just go crazy. Because yeah. But these little pods are dicks. I hate them. They are pretty strong, and they just make your life a living hell. They do so much damage. They shoot grenades, they're like mortars. They just shoot mortars at you. And the trick of these arc falls, this is a minor arc fall, as you can see. There's a tiny, it looks, in regards to the other arc falls, this is a minor. You can tell by the little red circle that's around the area on my map. If this was a major arc fall, it would just be all red. It's a giant area. The way you can tell, like I said, small ring, big ring, major arc falls. And what major arc falls are, there's a giant ring and there's multiple minor arcs inside of it that you need to take care of through the allotted time. Once you take all the arcs down, then a boss bug will pop out. Here on the minor arc falls, I think at the most you'll see like a matriarch or patriarch. I forget. They're pretty big. They're really strong and they're extremely armored bugs. You'll see some of them later on, but for the most part, this minor arc fall, you're just fighting these archers and warriors. You'll see some elite warriors, and I don't know about elite archers, but the elite warriors are a pain in the ass. They burrow a lot, and if you stand still, you could they could burrow below you and just take you out. If your health is low, but for the most part, they'll just knock you back, and you'll have no shield and a little bit of, just a little bit of health. But yeah, here the point of these crystals, these arc crystals, you have to shoot at them. Right now, I'm just pretty much healing and taking these bugs out, so I'm not really worrying about that because the teammates or the randoms are pretty much taking care of it. But with the little skitterers, the little tiny spider, little bugs you see there, they'll run up to that crystal and they'll start to eat it and bite it, and those little pustules that you see right there will pop, and they're basically weak points. You got to shoot at them, but they're only exposed for a minute. By a minute, I mean not literally a minute, but there we go. We just downed it. And that dude has poop shoes. They're awesome. So right now that was just a minor arc fall that has nothing to do with the major arc fall. You get some script, and I don't think you get XP on minor arc falls. But you can see I'm getting script and those green. I forget what they're called. It's another form of a currency to add modification slots to weapons that don't have modification slots. I'll go into that later. This is just a brief intro to Defiance. By this point, I've played a few hours in. There's another minor arc fall right here. I played a few hours in, and this gear, if you're wondering why I look like Optimus, like a Desert Marpat Marine Corps Optimus Prime, and all these guys are just wearing like, you know, snow jackets and shit, and they look homeless. It's because I nerded out and I bought the Ultimate Editions because I was really excited for this game. I watched a lot of videos on it, and they actually the community managers at Trial Worlds did a lot to promote the game on the internet, Twitch TV, and on their YouTube channels and on the website, the forums, and all that. It didn't get a lot of play in as far as commercials go and advertising, newspapers, and all that. I didn't see too much about it. I actually didn't really hear about this game until like a month or so ago, a month and a half ago. So really excited. And there's my Challenger right there. Sweet looking car. I actually own one of these in real life, but not the RT, unfortunately. This is standard, but I'm not really big on cars. I just really like the body style. I'm not really a big fan of Mustangs, and Camaros are okay, but yeah. I do like buying American though. I like supporting the country, you know. Hence the Xbox. But right now we see the red on the map. We're heading towards a actual major artfall. I'm not sure how far along these guys are, but here is well, these guys already cleared out this little minor artfall. If you check your map out, which I think I'm doing, yeah, checking my map right now. This is the last minor artfall, or this might be the actual. Holy shit! Just 50-50 that tree. This, you know, the Challenger is one of the only vehicles that I've seen that can actually get over most shit, like the little ATVs and the truck, the Nomad truck. Those things get stuck everywhere. But this, I don't know why this Challenger seems like it just freaking powers over everything. And I get a lot of it right there. And it's a lot of fun to drive. It's pretty fast. It's supposed to be the fastest vehicle in the game at the moment, but they're going to be adding a lot more vehicles and equipment and all that shit as the game progresses, I'm sure. They've promised that as well. But as I was saying before, the Ultimate Edition. I bought the Ultimate Edition and it came with a lot of shit. Really cool. I don't really buy too many collector's editions at all. I mean, for BioShock Infinite, I splurged a little bit and bought the limited, I think it was, premium edition. It's not the Ultimate Songbird edition, whatever. It's just premium. All right, these guys just took out. I believe they just took out this minor artfall. So now we need to take out the major artfall, and you'll know this. You'll see it. It's major.
You made that look easy.
So again, I don't really edit these videos at all, or the audio. So it's you know. It is what it is. Right now, my video editing skills are not there yet, but I'm just basically making these videos to show all those interested what Defiance is all about and other games that I play. But right now, I think I'm just gonna focus on Defiance for the most part. There's really no other games coming out that I really want to play. I beat BioShock Infinite, loved it. There's a lot of lag. People got knocked back. Oh, that's where they got knocked back. These things are gross and they're really fun to kill. So this boss battle is pretty self-explanatory. You got to take out these little mouths; they'll shoot rockets at you. Once you do that, there's many stages of the fight, like any other boss fight in any other MMO. But there's going to be a lot of bugs that will spawn. Depending on how many people are here, more bugs will spawn, and can't even talk. There will be more bugs. There will be stronger bugs.
That's the only way to hurt it.
And I don't notice a lot of people healing. I see that other dude doing it as well. But these These archers are a pain in the dick. They're a little stronger. Yeah, elite, see? There's an elite archer. Doing actually a decent amount of damage to him, but only tickles folks.
The symbiote has detached from the body. Kill it before it retreats.
So that little Hellion, I think it is, that's actually the main boss. He hides inside of that giant hellbug carapace you see there. So you got to do as much damage as you can to him. He has one weak point that I know of. It's that yellow stripe on his underbelly. I'm really not doing too much damage right now hitting with his BMG, but that sniper rifle I have is a piece of shit right now. These sniper rifles in this game seem very underpowered, and you don't have too much ammo with them either. As far as ammo in the actual mag, the clip, is decent, but the reserve ammo you can carry is so small. You can only carry like 50 rounds, 35 rounds, something like that. But there are some modifications, but I think those only affect clip capacity. So we'll see. Right there's a matriarch. Yeah, those things are the super strong bugs I was talking about that are really hard to kill. Their belly is exposed barely throughout the fight. They'll do a couple of moves where they'll back up and see those little vents on his ass. That's really the easiest point to hit him at. But it's so hard to hit that damn point because he doesn't. I still haven't seen the pattern yet or memorized the pattern of when he strikes or when his tail vent pops open. But as you see, it happens a few times. You can still shoot him outright wherever you want, but there's not going to be too much damage done towards him. These things are extremely armored. They're a pain to kill, but people just need to focus fire. There's some more healing right there. People just got to realize if there's two on the board on the field, you really just got to take one out. Yeah, everyone just needs to focus on them, because what happens is everyone will split. You'll have less on the one that's closer to death, and the one that just spawned that has full health. You'll have the whole of the team on them. It's just take the other one out real quick, and it'll make everything a lot easier. But some people just don't know. Some people are just mindlessly playing. Ooh, girlfriend's installing. That'll be another hour or so. So these major arc falls are a lot of fun. After I got done with this, I was just like, wow, that was fucking epic. It's a lot of fun. I could just imagine doing this with like a clan. I haven't started a clan yet because I'm still I haven't really met anyone on here yet. I've just been trying to get a feel for the game and record. But sooner or later, once this game stables out, I will start doing the whole clan thing and making friends on here. But for the most part, I stick solo for the moment. But I'll be playing with my girlfriend and my buddy Dr. Kier. Hopefully, he said he went to the game yesterday, but lazy. So yeah, there are a bunch of elites spawning now. I don't even see any skitterlings, whatever the hell they're called, little tiny ones. Those things actually aren't really a threat. I don't know what they're gonna do with them because they jump at you, but they just tickle. And even when they're in a big pack, if they're like in a group, like a swarm, they still aren't really a threat. All they do is just get in your way. They just get in front of your bullets when you're trying to shoot at the real threat, which is the warriors or warriors, those things. Not the movie, but So, here we go. I finally used my ego power. I got stealth. Stealth is to me, it's a lot of fun. I've used it a bit in PvP, and it actually works very well. I think I'll just run through guys, and they won't even see me. It's a lot of fun. In and out. Out of combat doesn't really have any use, but in combat, PvP or PvE, that's player versus player versus environment, is a lot of fun. This is PvE. Even though I'm playing with live players, we're not fighting each other, You guys should know that. So everybody's focus firing this asshole, he's almost done. There he is. Sometimes they'll drop loot, but we weren't lucky that time. And all the loot is, it's not like World of Warcraft. Well, I haven't played in a long time. Before World of Warcraft used to be, the bosses would drop loot, and there'd be a you were able to roll for gear, but when WoW first came out, it was basically the boss would drop all the gear, and somebody could be a ninja looter and go up and just steal everything and just leave the dungeon and be an asshole, you know. But in this game, they've kind of taken from other games that have came out recently, like Knights of the Old Republic, Guild Wars. Everyone has their own loot. Nobody else will see your loot for the most part. There might be public loot. I've read in forums, or I forget what, I've seen stuff about public loot, but for the most part, everyone has their own loot, and it scales to your level as well, which is really cool. So if you do a dungeon with your friends, let's just say look at my EO rating, it's 100. It's pretty much your level. It's not like I'm on level 100. It's just you can do these little mini pursuits that are kind of like badass ranks in Borderlands. Those give you ego points, which will help you unlock new perks and like new passive abilities, basically, which will make your character overall stronger. I fucking forgot what I was saying. Oh, so anyways, I'm level 100. Say you're level 1, or whatever you start at. We can still play together and still have a good time. Because everything will basically scale to the players. So they want to have people playing with their friends and all that. They don't want people to get singled out, like in tons of other MMOs and other games like that. Even like Borderlands, it's really hard to play with your friends if they're a lower level than you. You know, you'll either have one guy just steamrolling everything because he's like 20 levels above, or one guy just struggling because he's so low he can't do shit to anything. But this game is it really wants you to play with your friends and have a good time. Totally missed his chest there. Fuck. I'm liking this armor. Really liking it. I mean, I paid $150 for it, so might as well just fucking order it, right? YOLO. I don't really say that often. But yeah, I like how it looks. Looks like Marine Corps desert camis. And also look like Optimus Prime and Transformers is cool. Cartoon is way better. And the toys from the 80s and the 90s. Not a fan of Michael Bay. Clutch Revive right there, by yours truly. And if you see those little bugs, those are the product of the Infector Gun. The Infector Gun is it's like an SMG, but that basically shoots alien eggs out, if you're unfamiliar with that gun. And what it does is it will spawn these eggs on, like, they'll grow like herpes almost, and they'll grow on the enemies, and after a certain amount of time they will pop, and those bugs will pop off and just start wreaking havoc. They don't hurt too much at first, but I think in the higher levels they actually do a lot of damage. They'll explode. That's what they do. But they're pretty good for crowd control. If you're in a dungeon with a lot of enemies, if you just stack them on one guy, they'll just go down quick. And you know, if you shoot a lot of eggs at them, a lot of bugs will spawn. Holy fuck, those guys got raped. Bugs will spawn and will disorient and spread the enemies out, and they won't focus you as much. You know, they'll go after the bugs before they go after you, and they'll try to run away from the bugs. This game is cool in that sense. I think it's pretty cool. And some of the perks I think aren't working right now. I got one perk that's for near the stealth tree, or the stealth ability. The cloak ability, I should say. It's called Sucker Punch, and you're supposed to do 10 or 15% more damage, or it's either damage or crit, to an enemy from behind. No homo. But it does not seem to be working all the time. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about being in stealth, so I've tried it even in stealth, and it just doesn't seem like it does a lot of damage. I don't see really the damage increase at all, you know. But everything else seems to be working pretty fine. I'm sure it's just, you know, the system isn't there yet, you know. They wanted to ship the game, and they'll fix it eventually. That's a good thing about games like this. They're another clutch rescue. Games like this, they're going to support it for a long time, and people will have a better experience the longer they play. So we'll keep improving it. I really hope that they actually put this on the new Xbox. That would make a lot more sense, because I've seen this game on the PC, and wow, it looks really damn good on the PC. If I see Xbox, I mean the Xbox, it's okay, but the main issue that this game has is frame rate, I think. I mean, the graphics are okay for the Xbox, even though if you look at things, you just can't really just look at things too, you know, you just can't get super close to things and just, you know, check out the detail, because it's not there. If you check out the grill in the Dodge Challenger, you can't even see what it says Challenger or RT in the front of it. It's like little streaks. But they had to cut back where they could in the Xbox version. But if you play the PC version, you can see every fucking thing on there. But it's okay. I'm not really too big into detail. I mean, if it looks pretty, it looks pretty. But I'd rather have the gameplay there. And this game does have the gameplay. It's just, you know, in its early stages, so they're just trying to fix it up a little bit. Excuse me. So let's see, where are we at? We're about halfway there. We got about 7 minutes left. What happens is if you don't finish the encounter in 7 minutes, everything will go away. The big Hellion, that's what that thing's called, the Hellion, I think. The big pod in the middle will go away, and you will not receive as much points or XP money or loot than you would if you actually beat it. So it'd behoove you to actually work for it and try to, you know, try to follow the lead of the other players. If they're all, you know, taking out the big guy, help them out with the big guy, revive them. You know, don't be an asshole. Play to win. See, I'm getting some pretty decent hits on him right there. You see that yellow popping out. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to kill him this time. I think he might go back in. He comes out, I think, 3 times. If he actually targets you, man, he will fuck you up. If he hits you with 2 of those green balls, you're basically dead or down. But the good thing about having this many people around, for the most part, somebody's always gonna be around to revive you. Yeah, it looks like an army of clones. Everyone looks like everyone started with the survivor archetype, whatever the hell. Yeah, archetype. As you can see, it's like a puffy gray jacket with a backpack. You see just tons of guys dressed like that. The Ultimate Edition actually came with bits, which is the actual money currency to buy shit through the Defiance store. It's different than script. So you can see my script on the left. The 5700. My bits you cannot see, but the bits you use to buy stuff in the store, like I just said. It's mainly cosmetic stuff. You can get boosts, like XP boosts. Yeah, I think we killed it. Woo! Yep, we did. You can buy you new outfits. You get XP boosts, money boosts, shit like that. So it doesn't really necessarily make you better, but it'll, I guess, enrich your game experience if that's what you want. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna achieve my first. One of many achievements. This game has some pretty fun achievements, but yeah, that's it. If I did a lot of damage, you'd see me on the leaderboards. I don't think I actually am on this leaderboard at all. It only will, I think, list the first 20. Yeah, I'm on there. My name on the game is Mad Cass. If you didn't see it, like Mad Max. Cass was already taken. God damn it! I was Cass in the beta, but not in the actual game, so it's all right. Big fan of Mad Max, but anyways. Alright guys, well that's my first video of Defiance, and it was actually a good showing. I had a lot of people this Major Artfall, and this game, guys, is a lot of fun. If you like shooters, if you like MMOs, and just you know, remember that this is more of a shooter than it is an MMO, but it is still a lot of fun. If you like Borderlands, then you're gonna like this game a lot. Just bear with the graphics and the servers, and they'll be better over time.